What is intergenerational trauma? It's a big word, but what does it actually mean? It means that what your parents did, your grandparents did, the trauma they experienced, the lack of love, the lack of trust, the emotional hurt, perhaps the violence that they experienced gets passed down, not in DNA, not genetically, but in behavior. See, as human beings, we model each other. That's how we learn. And as we model that unconsciously when we're little, we take on that behavior. And when we take it on, it is the major cause of marriages failing. And when it's not dealt with, it's going to show up. Now, maybe your intergenerational trauma is not violence, is not being loud, is not being narcissistic. Maybe your intergenerational trauma is being quiet and withdrawn and not trusting, not fully committed into the relationship. And then you wonder why it doesn't work. You wonder why your partner pulls away. You wonder why your marriage has failed or is failing. Because your intergenerational trauma was that you didn't fully trust. You weren't fully in there. And there are all forms of intergenerational trauma that can happen to us. There are many that affect us in terms of how we react. Someone that we wanted to love pulled away from us when we were growing up. Maybe our parents had intergenerational trauma and they couldn't fully love us the way that we needed as a child. Then we come up with the emotional concept that love is not safe. And we pull away from that love, even though we want it with our current wife or husband. If that's you, you need to deal with it because you're never going to be happy and they're never going to be fully happy if you're not fully in the relationship because of that intergenerational trauma. The great news is it can be changed, it can be remodeled, it can be eradicated so you can be fully into the relationship with your loved one, with yourself, as an example to your children. So what you pass down is not further intergenerational trauma. You break the chain. You stop it from going further down the track. And that's a massive life contribution that we would all like to make. If that's you, if that's what you want, there's an easy way to get that. That's to start working on yourself. Reach out. Look at one of our social media links. Grab a link or join our Facebook group, Relationship Code, and start absorbing the material and understanding how you can change this. And then book a discovery call. Find out exactly how it applies to you and how it can be completely changed in your marriage.